So today we're going to do a little bit more work with Rails 5 and Action Cable. One of the things that we saw last time was installing Rails 5 was actually pretty easy, at least on beta 3 version with Ruby 2.3.0. So one of my goals actually for this video series is not just to make a simple Action Cable app. We actually want to make one, but we want to include a couple of different elements in it, and I think MQ would be a good example for something like this. So what I'm getting at here is in a lot of Rails apps, people have APIs or something for JSON calls for certain aspects, and that's good. It's good for, like, if you have a mobile app that needs to call the JSON API for something, it needs to retrieve some information, or maybe it needs to update something, and really it's client to peer communication, or client to server communication, or browser to server communication, some sort of piece in that. Now, really, that's great and all, but it's not actually the most resilient way to do things. It is probably one of the best choice for those style of applications, because they really can't run without the server. The client has to be able to connect to it. And so some of the advantages of that is it's usually very quick, but there's really no backup for if the server fails. And that request from the client to the server gets lost in translation. And so in some applications, it's actually better to have a message queue, or what's called MQ, for it. And if the server goes down, that message gets stored in the queue and stays there until the server comes back up. It just depends on what kind of application that you have or need, whether you would choose an API or MQ for doing your communication from server to server. So I think, as a general rule of thumb, and I don't want to get in any epic internet arguments about this, I would probably choose API for JSON API for anything that has more of a client base, like a mobile app, a web browser, anything like that. And then I would choose MQ for anything that's more point-to-point or server-to-server. So, and that might be a more robust application on the client. So maybe a workstation application, something that has to be a little bit more resilient in terms of sending messages back and forth. So like financial transactions, or when it's more mission critical. And the reason being for this is that you can separate out your MQ or your queue as a separate piece of infrastructure in your environment if you want. So it's not tied as closely to the application. You can have it load balanced, and the application can then process it and send response messages when it's available. So it's kind of cool when we're doing like things like close of business, or you need to have things that are up while the server maintenance is going down, and everything. So really, one of the bigger differences also is that an API will do more synchronous communication, and where the client is requesting something from the server and is expecting a response and needs a response. It's kind of in real time there. The MQ is a little bit better for asynchronous, where the client or the other server has sent a message and is not expecting an immediate response. They're of course expecting a response at some point, but like you're not expecting a response within a normal amount of time. Like it could be anywhere from a minute to hours to whenever it's done doing these things. So really, that's why I say mobile apps and client interfaces really aren't the best thing for it, and server to server is much better. Anyway, so one of my goals here is we're going to build maybe a little chat app for a tutorial we see online or something like that. I looked at a couple of Rails 5 tutorials we'll work with. We'll build that, and then what we'll probably do is create another one and then have them connect via MQ. So we'll have, if we have one app, and I guess I can kind of start to illustrate this a little bit. Let's see here, we got client 1, and then through Action Cable, the Rails app. one, you know, it's one server. And then what I'll do is then send a message, you know, and have a message queue on these. To the next one, and Rails app 2, and then the client 2. So what we've got going on here is kind of a different piece, and you can see, you know, there would be, you know, even though this is on the server, and call this a browser. And then really kind of forked on the end of this infrastructure is the MQ. So we'll probably use something like Rabbit MQ or something like that. And this is for ingoing and outgoing messages. So let's take a look now. Found this tutorial online from a couple of months ago by, as I say, Hector Perez Aneris. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. We'll put that in the show notes as well. The tutorial I'm using here. And so we'll just kind of breeze through this. So it looks like they got a controller here. So let's go ahead and hit terminal. We'll just literally copy everything here. And I don't have RSpec installed. We're not going to go through that stuff. Let's create a model. Okay, we got a migration in now. I think we're using SQL. SQLite, probably. So let's go ahead and db migrate. We'll get that migration done. Come on there, Chief. All right, perfect. And then we have a rooms controller. So we'll go ahead and right there. So show messages all. That's the rooms controller. All right, fine. We'll get all those messages, and in the room show, we'll go ahead and put all those out there. All right, we'll just copy this and put those out there. Okay, and then there's a view messages. We don't have that yet, so let's create a new folder called messages, and we'll call this message. The html.erb message.html.erb. Yes, we don't want to be asked every time. Thank you though, RubyMine. And we'll go ahead and throw that in there. Thanks. That's our message content. All right, so we have a room channel. Let's go ahead and do, we got channel connection. I don't know how this works quite yet. So we're going to create a new channel. Let's copy this here. Oh, my mouse is messing up on me. So let's go file room channel.rb. And we'll go ahead and put this stream from room channel, unsubscribe, subscribe. All right. We want to mount. Okay, I don't see really where. So you can subscribe, stream from room channel, unsubscribe. So these are the actions. You can subscribe to it, you can unsubscribe to it, and you can speak. So I guess that's action cable broadcast and message server create content message. All right, cool. So that's what that's doing. So these are like the channel actions, which is really cool. So we need to put a new route in. Let's go to configure routes. We'll put that there. And then the cable, we need to have a cable coffee app is or equals the empty brackets, and then create consumer. I have no idea what that's doing. Okay, so let's go to assets, JavaScripts, cable coffee. Oh, look, it's already there. Just needs to be uncommented. Okay, and is that okay? We got that right. And what I did for that is the RubyMine trip trick is just what was it? Command slash right back. It's kind of neat. Okay, so we have that there, and we have a room.coffee. We have room.copy. We have rooms. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not terribly upset about it. Do they have a room controller or rooms controller? Yeah. So much just maybe it's a little bug. He missed something there. So room coffee. We'll just kind of go ahead and throw that inside there. That's cool. Create rooms channel. Room channel room. I'm just kind of afraid that the pluralism of Ruby will get a little tied up there. And then we have the model message. Okay, we can go ahead and highlight. And so okay, so after create commit broadcast job perform later self. I don't know what that's doing. Oh, we have a job. Okay, so we'll generate the job as well. Create job. Okay, yeah, blah 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 blah. It's creating test cases for it. All right. So in that job now, we have action cable. Okay, so it's going to render a message when something comes into it, and then so let's read through here. So you can connect. So the action cable stuff looks more like it's JavaScript client side stuff. Excuse me for sounding kind of dumb here. I'm just trying to learn what's going on. And so the cable coffee is creating the actual app. The room coffee is extending it to have a connected, disconnected, received, speak, and then it performs the message action, which is sending it back to the API or to the channel. And then when it gets that data, it creates a message now. And the message then, after it's created, it creates a broadcast job to let everyone know that's happened. So after this job's, after it's in the queue, it's going to then go and broadcast back to everybody else, the room channel. And then after it's going to do that, it's going to broadcast the room channel and use the view render here. Gotcha. Wow, that's really cool. Render. It's probably just a beta thing there. It's kind of the way that works. So what do you think? You think it'll run? I have no idea. Let's go ahead and bounce the app and check it out. So if we go 003, and then we had I forgot what the route was already. I think if we just go /cable, no, page not found. Oh, get room show. So maybe if I do rooms. Oh no, it's not giving me anything there either. Did I miss a step in the tutorial? Okay, controller rooms. Get room show. I guess that's where the cable goes, so it's like the API more or less. Well, I guess we need a new room, really. How do I create a new room? Rooms helper. Well, it's got to show which room are we showing? Chat room. So how does it know which chat room? Rooms. Yeah, I don't really know where it's going with that. It's a bit weird. I think I missed a step someplace. Okay, migrate. Chat room. Message.all, so you get in the room's controller. Show. Main directory view. Channel room speak. Oh, you missed I don't know what room speak does. It looks like this was a generator one wanted us to do, but I think it has it in there. Right? Speak. Broadcast room channel. Cable. And if we watch his stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Get room show. Create message, unsubscribe. Show path. Oh, hey. I guess I'm stupid. All right. I don't think it's doing much. WebSocket 0003 cable failed. It's closed before a connection was established. Okay. Wonder why that was. So, does it have to be on a different thread? The WebSocket? I wonder. I don't know. WebSocket upgrade failed to upgrade to WebSocket. Get connection upgrade. Okay, so it looked like finished. Hold on for a second. Not allowed. Failed to upgrade connection. That looks like what it is here. So if we go. Yeah, I think we're still getting that. WebSocket closed. We got an error in here. Did it once. It just doesn't do it all the time. Let's Google this and then figure out where that's going. Oh man, I have no idea that's GitHub Action Cable, Nginx. We do have that. I think we need Redis to be on there. I think that's what it is. I think we need to go back to our gem file. I read this someplace. Use the Redis adapter in production. Okay. We do have Redis installed on this machine. Go ahead and use it again. Tools, Stoop Bundler install. And then what we'll do is Redis gem go look at the piece for it. Require Redis. Sets in storing objects, futures. Come on, where's Rails? I don't think Redis. I've only used Redis like once or twice. It's not crazy. Cause it's Redis 3.0. And then, well, let's take a look at config secrets. It should have cable right there, async. Oh, okay, there we go. Production is here. Adapter async. That's what it is. So this is telling us what the piece is there for that. So it shouldn't matter. The configuration's asynchronous, right? So yeah, but I'm still getting the error, right? So yeah, there's the error right there. What says closed before connection was established? If I update WebSockets, event machine-based servers, multi-threaded, machine not initialized, new thread. So this might be the issue, is we don't have enough threads. I thought at the beginning when we started running everything, it was telling us that it was like crazy. There was definitely multiple threads. Yes, so min threads 5, max threads 5. Okay. Puma threads count. Workers web concurrent 2. Environment preload up. Plugin temp for restart. I wonder if it's edit configurations. You don't need that. RVM. I don't have RVM on there. Yeah, it's here. There's nothing here that says about the number of pieces in there. It's 5 and 5. I guess we can try that and see if that has an aspect to it, if we add some workers to it. I don't think it will. I think that's just... Whoa, there's some other new stuff here. Puma starting cluster mode, 5, process workers 2. Oh no, it's still fucked up. It's still definitely fucked up. Alright. So that's definitely not it. Environment, boot, application. Yeah, this is all familiar stuff. Active record requires to be long. Object controller renderer. This is new. Assets, fine. Callback terminator, cookie serializer, inflections, mime, performs. Request forgery, wrap parameters, development. Let's take a look at development real quick. Join dev cache, action mailer, memory store, action mailer, assets, event file, raise runtime errors. There's nothing here about I bet you anything it's because. Where's his code? Let's take a look at his code. Maybe he has something different. Yeah. We got. I just want to take a look at this piece here. Routes. Yeah, no, it's the same. Yeah, no. Let's go back into here. App, channels, room channel, speak data. Yeah, we got all that stuff. Controllers, rooms controller, messages, all. Okay, so I think it's probably the difference between the beta that he was working on in 2015, you know, that beta 1 and beta this time right here. So let's go ahead and, not Reddit, Rails 5 beta and see if we can find something like that. Bounty source, the hell is that? Yeah, this is the same article we saw before. Hopefully we find something just a little bit more. Next thing is just checking the comments. People who have already done this. 2016 deployed code signal in this. Kind regards. Yeah, no. So it looks like this is WebSocket connection is established. WebSocket failed. I really don't know what that means. It closed before it was established. Rails. Puma, cable config. So that's, yeah, I don't think we need Redis for this. Cable URL. Disable. Okay. Maybe that's it. Let's see if we find anything by that name in here. No, nothing. So cable. So let's go and Outlook. Action cable. Has merged inside issue tracker. Okay. Action cable. Where's the beta API? Building a chess server. That sounds interesting. Oh, that's cool, dude. Cable, we did that part. Identified by UUID. Stream from, yeah. Stream from blah, 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 blah. Starting the game. Action cable broadcast. Oh, so we need to create the socket when it first starts? I wonder. Maybe this really just needs to be recycled here. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not it at all. Game make move. When did he write this? January. So that one's not good. Okay, let's go back. Weblog, Ruby on Rails, Ruby Gems. Ruby, Rails 5. Yeah, it's 4.26. I don't know what to get the beta API when it's not beta. I never look at the beta API. Rails 5 API. Come on, Google, don't let us down. Oh, Edge, Ruby on Rails. Creating an existing application rack. Yeah, that's not helping us. The Edge guides, yeah, see they don't active record cable. There's nothing there. An in-depth tutorial. Oh, look, this guy's got an in-depth tutorial. After commit, perform. Create consumer action cable, create consumer. App, pros and cons, action webs, pros. That in depth. You fucking crazy? You had hardly anything. An in-depth tutorial? Get the fuck out of here. Rails agency. I mean, what we can try and do is just try to run Redis server. Yeah, let's go ahead and allow this. Okay, now let's go ahead and recycle. Take a look at that. Connections on port 397. So let's go ahead and then do this. Let's get our error. Come on now. Where's our error? There it is. All right, so now let's go to secrets. No, it's cable. What we'll do is let's go ahead and go like that. Come on. Jeez, I am just terrible today. I can't type. And then go save. Now we'll just go ahead and we'll recycle now. Okay. And then failed to upgrade to WebSocket connection. Started WebSocket. Finished. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, so I don't think that's the issue here. Async can be on. This doesn't need to be on. It's failing to do something. I don't know what it's doing. Failed to upgrade WebSocket. We already tried Googling this. Right, we already did that one. Let's go ahead and look at failed to upgrade website. Invalid request message. Every website action cable server expects the connection object will be instated. This instance becomes a parent of all the subscriptions that are created. Incoming message is then routed to the subscriptions identifier. So it's saying it's an invalid message. What's our message look like? Message create. Action cable broadcast. Data message. Content. So that's in the models. I have to create message job. Alright. And then let's create server broadcast. Room controller. Server broadcast room channel. Render message from perform. Render message. Alright. Is it because we need an extra worker for the job? Maybe? Am I missing something terribly on the surface? Active job, add worker, dev. I can't remember how to do it right now. Getting started with active job. Active job. Yeah, I don't. don't think. Delayed job. Okay. Non-critical jobs. Yeah. Queues. Look priority. Your app. I don't think that's what the problem is. I keep saying that. Fail to upgrade connection. Request origin here, not allowed. What is it? Wait, is it? I don't think they're having the same issue I am. It's a really good question. Mount, yeah, should be fine. Consumer, create consumer cable. Let's change that around a little bit. It's a bit more specific, huh? So let's, I don't think I need to recycle the Rails app, but we're going to go ahead and do it anymore. It should recycle in here. Looks like it fucked up already. Yeah. Failed website closed before connection was established. Closed, void 0. Require tree channels. Did I put this one in the wrong spot, possibly? Is that what it is? Rooms coffee. Where's rooms coffee? Cable.coffee. Oh, that's in channels.coffee. Maybe that's what it is. Because that would be, because it's not, yeah, that looks a lot better. Channels, because there's a, damn it, that was the problem. Oh, looks like it might have been the problem. I didn't get the, no, totally not the problem. Yeah, definitely not the problem. It could have been the problem. But I guess if we try and reload this here and then just get it again. Is there any way to do a fresh version? Let's do this here. See if that gets us any farther. No, I don't think that's gonna get us much farther. Request for 121. Yeah, it's making the request at localhost. So, you know what? I wonder if we stop this and we just run Rails S. If we go here, right, like that. Successfully upgraded requests method. Room channel is, yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So the issue here was that when RubyMine pretty much is running it as 000 instead of localhost, and it wants localhost. So if I just change this to localhost, and then we can go ahead and kill off our server here, and then run development. Oh, it needs an IP address. That's frustrating. 0. What if we do localhost start? Rooms show. Yeah, that totally did it. Look at that. Look at that. But if we call it from 000, it doesn't work. All right. So we gotta set up. Anyway, I think this is a good spot, and what we'll do is we'll go ahead and stage everything here, and we'll go working must use local host. Yeah, I think there's still a browser instance back there. It's failing. Yeah, this one's failing. Okay, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Okay. All right. Yeah. Co-host and URL. It's doing some callbacks there. So, and we haven't published this yet, but we will. Anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.